Ah, look at that. Very tricky sighting here because it's through a whole bunch of twigs and leaves. Luckily she's walking our way a bit. Coming down to a bit of a what we call a donga there, or sort of a little river wash. Slightly forward. There we go. She's also sniffing around a lot, so I think she's probably also just making sure what else has been around. Especially on her own like this, she doesn't want to just unexpectedly bump into other lions. You get the butterfly there. She looks a little bit rough, as you can see, looking at the coat there. You see a few ticks here and there, and not quite the shiniest of hair at the moment, but it's because she's a little bit hungry. I don't think she's eaten, if I had to guess, for at least 5-6 days, maybe a week. And also Sandy Patch, she's the last remaining one, but she's getting quite old now. I'm not exactly sure, but she's been around. In 2000 she was already around as an adult, so she's at least 10 years old. There. Typically looking up like that, I would have guessed maybe a vulture or something, but I can't see any birds of prey. Maybe just something just trying to sniff. There you go. See the nose up again. Into the bush again. Very interesting, the way she's moving is, it's almost completely random, but there's definitely been something around. And now looking at those leopard tracks we saw a little bit earlier, maybe that's what she's smelling. But she certainly is very curious about some scent around here. Going back to that same bush again. You can see, look at her eyes also, it shows you how dark it is still out here. Those pupils nice and wide open. Very overcast but gloomy. Good weather for predators to still stay active in. Beautiful square face, this lioness. Actually trying to remember now, I'm just stretching my head here. Jan, you might be able to remember as well, but trying to remember when the Mapogos mated with her. Might have been longer than 6 weeks ago. Time does tend to melt into itself a little bit out here, so maybe it's even longer. Keep in mind, lions have got about a 3-month gestation period. 102 days, I think, 103 days about. Just over 3 months, 3.5 months. To go. She's now just heading somewhere.